Hello, this is a quick video about our new small but powerful command that we call target element in Shadow DOM. And you need this if you are automating some website that have advanced anti-automation features or that are using the Shadow DOM to hide some of their elements or better organize their styles and their pages. So once you download this template, which is available on the command page, and the command is already within the automation commands inside the automation panel in Artila v7, so you don't need to download and upload. But once you download this template, which shows you how to use it, you will see how it works. And as you can see, I have kept my video in ultra wide screen because I want to show you a few things and it takes a lot of width. So the first thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to open up the Artila panel right here, which is now inside the browser. And then I'm going to right click in the page, click inspect, and open the inspector and show you exactly what this is about. So here, if I want to click this click me button, this is hidden inside the Shadow DOM, and other or normal automation tools are not able to go and click that button. Or if it was a populate field, a text field, we will not be able to populate it with an external tool, because if you look right here in the Shadow DOM, and if I use the arrow inspector, I click on the button, you can see here that there is a shadow element container, and inside there is a Shadow DOM subfolder. Let's call it that way, classifications, and you can see that it starts with a hash. Now this shadow root here, whatever is inside, is very hard to access in terms of automation, but not with this command. And as you can see here, I'm just calling this Shadow DOM command, and the way you find it is that you can go right here in new command, and then I'm gonna just make the panel a little bit bigger, and you search for shadow, and inside the custom commands, and that's where you find Shadow DOM selector, and then you add the command. So I already added it, and I'm going to explain to you how it works. Once you add it, you have to configure it. Now this is just the name. You can change it. For example, this is Shadow DOM for demo, just for following up. But here is the important part. You see here the shadow host selector. That is the selector that is hosting the whole Shadow DOM code. So in our case, it is shadow element, shadow hyphen element. So you have to really copy this element and paste it here, depending on what is your element. Do not use the name of of the shadow element itself, but its container that is above it, because if you use this hash, then our command will not be able to find it inside. So that's how you do this shadow host selector change. And then you need to look for the CSS locator for that button or whatever field it is inside the Shadow DOM, and for us it is this one here, and it's ID test button. So it's a button with ID test button. So this is how I did it here, but you could also write it in this way. I can say button and then open close rectangle bracket, and I put the whole attribute in there, which is test button here. So it will target exactly this test button inside the DOM. And then here the custom text, this is for the content. This is only applicable for input fields. So if there is a text field that you want to input the data and it's in the Shadow DOM, you will put your text here that is to be inputted there, and it will input it. And then you can also specify the target attribute. So by default, if you're targeting a text like it here inside the button, there is a text click me, that is the inner text. But in some cases you may want to target the href or the src attribute, so you can change it right here. If not, leave it as it is. And then you have a few choices of actions that you want to do on this Shadow DOM element. You can click on it, you can get means you can read the data from that element. You can insert, it means like populate. You can click it, this is what I chose here, and you can also double click, so you can really interact. So in our case it is the click button. Now if I play here the command, it should be able to click it, and that's what we did in this page. This is on our sandbox for you to play around with it. It will load the sandbox page. So when you successfully click that button, it brings this pop-up. If I was not able to click inside the Shadow DOM, this pop-up would not have come. So this is how it works. Go ahead and change all the elements according to your Shadow DOM target on your target website, and welcome to the world of automating advanced websites. Thank you. See you on the next one.